Good afternoon. Ajax, Feyenoord, 0-4. The game got resumed today after it was suspended last Sunday due to riots, fireworks, and so on being thrown on the pitch. We got with us, of course, Yadirenko. And the way I see Yadirenko at this moment doesn't look good, but he has the right to not look that good indeed. Angry face and now a little bit of smiling. Okay, okay. But yeah, we started with a nil 3, and the last 35 minutes that got resumed, we basically lost with 0-1. Yeah, Renko, tell us something about this game in general, and mainly on these last 35 minutes.
I think most of the Ajax fans will be relieved with this score, especially after the first 4 minutes, because it was looking that it's going to be even much worse as 0-4. But again, Feyenoord wasn't really great and wasn't playing really good football, but it's it's enough to not have any trouble with Ajax because it was a chaos again. There was no line. And the commentator said that Stein had worked out a plan in front. I didn't see it except for hoping for the best, but there was no line again. There was no collaboration. There was no.
No,
It's just a big pile of something.
but I mean, there was no game plan, of course, we can agree upon that. But you could see a line like only long balls. Did you
Yeah,
did you did you encounter
yeah.
that as well?
Yeah, yeah, maybe that's the line. But on the other hand, I believe after a few games, Van der Bomen was called to Stein not to give every time a long ball. So on the one hand, he doesn't want players to give a long ball, and on the other hand, that's his only go-to tactic. Um, yeah, it's really sad to see Ajax in this state.
Yeah. Okay. To get back again on the last on the 35 minutes of today, the way I mean, we saw some changes. Foss as a center back. Uh, was it a good plan, or do you think he is not a center back? You should not play him like that in that position, especially for a young kid.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because he also subbed in Van Axel Dongen, which is ridiculous with in such a game in an empty stadium with a scoreline of 0-4. Why do you bring in Van Axel Dongen in this game? But it doesn't seem to matter Stein at all what he does because he's the mastermind, and it's never on him. It's always the players that don't deliver. Yeah, I don't think Vos is a centre back, but I especially don't think you can do that when you have such an uneven game that you need to finish. The situation is so um, um, how do you say it? Exceptional and so strange. Then why do you do strange things with young players? I don't really get that.
Oh yeah, I mean, who did we have on the bench? Basically, maybe he thought, well, the last minutes, let's just sip someone to at least to give him some minutes to play because I couldn't understand that as well. But that's the only thing that I can come up with, right?
Yeah, but I think Vos is the exact example of Stein's incapability because he played sometimes in the preseason. Then he demoted him to towards Young Ajax. He played Tahirovic every time, almost never subbed him, and then all of a sudden he brings in Manswerk He subs Tahirovic again in, and now it's Vos all of a sudden. So again, there's no real line. There's no real thought behind it. It seems all to be panic.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely
And and
agree
this
to
is
that one.
not unexpected, because we all thought he was too light for this job. And I remember some fans and even me saying that everything is new for him. So why do you do that? Why do you make that choice for such a trainer that needs to experience everything for the first time? And that's what we're seeing. He's totally not up for the job, in my opinion.
Okay, but what about the players? If you saw the game today, do you think it's a lack of quality in comparison with Feyenoord, if you look at the individual players, or is it the lack of coaching by Stein, or is it a bit of both, or the one much bigger than the other? Because what is the problem right now? What I mean, they're the players that are playing right now. They're not. It's not like they're playing for the first time football, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what?
So you should have some expected some progression. But however, if you look at the formation that Stein makes and the choices that he makes, the one time he chooses for Tahirovic for a long time, and then he subs him away. He did the same with Rensch. He chose for Rensch and maintained that. And all of a sudden, Rensch is on the bench and is away. And now he's back again. This doesn't help a formation to grow. I cannot remember if there was a midfield played twice in a row. He constantly changes the formation, and that just doesn't help. And I'm not saying that the players are of good quality and are great, uh, but they're not helped in any sense by the technical staff. So not only Stein, the whole technical staff is not helping the team at all, or they have no influence on Stein, which is also a
Yeah.
possibility. But it's just there's no real line, no real thought. It's not that they're going on the counter. It's not that they're uh, 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 um, playing the long ball always, because it's a bit of everything and a bit of nothing mostly.
Okay. Okay.
So I think if you start
Yeah.
with a certain tactic and get some um, trust in the team and trust with playing a certain way, uh, then you maybe can judge if players are good enough for this Ajax or not.
Do you think we hit rock bottom now? Is the poison cup, so as we say in Dutch, is it empty, or do we
No,
expect
yeah,
a further downfall
yeah,
after
sure,
today?
yeah, but because Stein is still sitting in his chair, and he will be the head coach on this weekend, and nothing's going to change. He's going to do those ludicrous things again, uh, and yeah, as long as there's not a real change in a good sense of playing, and that, I think that's the problem. I don't think the problem is per se the tactic. I think the problem is that they don't really train on a certain thing. They just are there on the training and doing stuff with the ball, but are not focused on doing
There's
anything. And
no
that's all on
there-
the trainer, in my
okay,
opinion.
so there's no automatism in the
No, you
way
don't see it.
plays.
You
Yeah,
don't see
now
it.
of course you don't see it. We saw only long balls. Maybe those are the things that are being automated in our play, but this
Yeah,
is
but
really ridiculous.
after the preparation and the Europa League qualification and the eredivisie games, uh, there should be some automatism, some
Yeah, yeah, of course.
at least.
I mean, we're already months further, and we don't
Yeah,
see anything.
it's
Yeah,
ridiculous, and it's also
okay.
ridiculous that Stein keeps saying, yeah, the players. are not following the plan, because the
Yeah,
players don't know the plan. You can see that on the pitch. They really don't know what the idea is, how to play.
yeah. Okay. Well, let's move ahead instead of looking backwards.
Yeah.
Uh, for the viewers, by the way, if you think Stein still needs time, please let us know. I'm quite interested to know why. So, I mean, majority of the fans are probably now Stein out. But if you still think Stein in for the time being, just let us know. I'm quite interested. For you, Jadrenko, we heard the news today. Pierre Eringa, the chairman of the supervisory board, has stepped down as of the 3rd of October, if I recall correctly. So eventually, when he said this is not the responsibility of the supervisory board, what happened, what he earlier said in an interview, now he's stepping down. Do you see this as a good thing, as a good step moving forward to going back to where we should be?
I think it's inevitable, because if you hear that the Borna Sosa dealing is just the tip of the iceberg, um, there should be some responsibility on the board of directors with an IPO organization like Ajax is. So I think it's inevitable that they have to clean ship really, really thoroughly. And I don't really see anyone staying, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. But who should be next in line? Which persons do you think? Because the F side, the hardcore group, hardcore fans of Ajax, they have a list of individuals who need to leave, and Pierre Inga was one of them.
Yeah.
Do you agree with them, by the way, or do you see other individuals as responsible, or do you think, well, I only want to stand out and let's deal from there on?
The first thing is getting a coach, and if that's Stein, that's Stein. But at least get a coach that is gonna do one thing and try to have a real plan, and preferably just the Ajax plan.
Yeah.
Just get back to where we've always been great. That's playing with youth, uh, trying to enforce something, and sometimes that doesn't work, and you get the counter, and you have a difficult season. But that doesn't matter in the long term. That's the way Ajax should play, and where they've always been most successful in. Um, but I do think it's more than only Stein. There's more going on, and it's not from this season, because we saw last season was terrible as well, with also terrible transfers and loads of money spent on ridiculous players. So it there has to change a little bit more as just a coach, in my opinion.
Okay, but then let me be, as one always says, the devil's advocate. You want a new coach. Normally, if you follow the rules, there should be a sporting director, a technical director who appoints a coach. We don't have a technical director now because a CEO appoints the technical director. We don't have a CEO right now because
Yeah.
Alex Cruz only will arrive in March. Jan van Hals is the interim CEO, but he's not allowed from sources to take major decisions. And we don't even know whether he will stay as well because he's also on the list of individuals that needs to leave according to the F side. So we got the chicken and the egg story right now. What should we
If
do?
if he's free, I would try Michael Kinsberger. He's an excellent director, and he helped out Ajax in an earlier stage, actually at the beginning of the Velvet Revolution. Um, and I would go for someone like Jonk and Grim. Just get some rest in within the club, and get some focus back on the things where we actually excel. And Jonk is not gonna change Ajax overnight, and Grim doesn't as well. But at least you're gonna go forward back to where you want to go.
Okay.
And I think Kinsbergen is a terrific director, and he knows Ajax. He knows how to organize it, and then you can work in Cruz in a solid way, and basically start again into like they were in 2012, I believe it was, with building up Ajax, getting money in. And in my opinion, I think as soon as there's enough money again in Ajax, then they should invest to reverse the IPO and try to buy the stadium, because those things will help Ajax further into the future as investing in one player for
Yeah.
32 million, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, it was part of the plan, of course, back then to buy the stadium from the municipality.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Corona was an ideal period to do that, basically,
yeah.
because the city of Amsterdam wanted to sell their percentage, and everyone needed money. Even the Johan Cruyff Arena needed money. So it was an ideal setup maybe for a try to buy the
Yeah.
stadium, but they chose otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, if I look back again on what you said, we wanted Kingsberger, Grim, and Young. We all know that this won't happen in a short period because, as I said earlier, nobody's going to take decisions. So the only way to sack Stijns if you get an interim coach, because there won't be a new coach before there's a technical director, because they need to work with each other, and the technical director will be the boss of that coach.
Yeah,
Do you think like a coach like Vos
yeah,
would be good
yeah,
temporarily?
sure. Yeah, sure.
Everything better than Stein, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and he's working with young Ajax. He has in the past as well. So he knows those guys. So yeah, uh, it's not ideal again, but I think you should do it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Let me go through the comments, maybe to see what if there are actually people wanting Stein to stay. Maybe they want to give him more time. Only see Stein out, please. Here you got Leor say Stein out, please. Uh, Question maybe for you, Jadrenko. In the meantime, what do you think of Andre Villas-Boas?
No, no. I think you should start low, not aim too high. Andre Villas-Boas is not a real Ajax kind of coach, in my opinion, and that doesn't really matter. But it's such a mess. Just bring in people that know Ajax from years back and know what to do on how to get Ajax on track again, uh, um, and not only the results but especially the gameplay.
Yeah. Of course, we got also people in the comments stating maybe Gallardo. That was one of your favorites as well. Is
Yeah, but
this
that
still?
that station has passed for now, in my
Yeah.
opinion, because Gallardo is a tremendous trainer, had loads of success at River Plate, but it's not the moment right now, because it's a total mess. It's the selection is questionable if they are up to the job. So you don't want that. Then you go, as we say in Dutch, from the regen into the drop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's not going to make things better. I think you
No,
just
it's
should
it's
accept
already a
the
mess.
situation and go on to a real Ajax minded kind of trainer. And Grim has showed that, and I don't know if he has the level for a European level, but I don't care. I know he wants to play Ajax football, and for now I think he's one of the candidates for me that can pick up the job.
Yeah. To summarize, you want to go back to basics.
Yeah,
If that would mean that we would struggle the upcoming seasons, it
yeah.
doesn't matter as long as
No,
we start from basics again and move
no,
up from
no.
there.
Begin to exploit your thin red line, which is the youth, which has been largely ignored over the last years. So go back uh, to that thing where you actually can make a difference also in Europe, because with buying players and result football, we're never gonna get back even close to the European top,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, your opinion, Sniper Nasa totally agrees with your opinion because you talk facts, man. So there are a lot of people behind you on this, and I can imagine because a lot of shit is happening at the moment, and a lot of shit will probably come as well because if you look at our program, we got RKC, an away game, but then we
It's
got
always hard, I can say away.
well, at this time, it will be. If we draw against Excelsior, against Fortuna, everybody smells blood. So they will see us as a regular opponent and not be afraid anymore, and that's worrisome. But if you look at the program, we got Utrecht away game, we got PSV away, we got Brighton away, we got Athens. I got Athens. I think that's also an away game. Do you foresee any results in October?
Really depends. If we're going to keep Stein and play the same gameplay, it's going to be worse and worse. If you go reinvent yourself again and play the pressing football, then you never know, because trust is a strange thing in football, and it cannot happen overnight, but it can grow quite fast. If you have a tough game like PSV, and you win that game, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden things can fall into place. But especially when Stein is still here, I'm not seeing that happening. To be honest.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the comments, and well, I see people all fully agree with you. You're spot on from the beginning, and I have to agree with that as well. We need to start from basics, and I do agree. We should not wait too long for Stein. And when I look at the comments, indeed, nobody is pro Stein. Uh, my apologies if I've missed something, but from what I've seen, everybody's like stand out, stand out. Uh,
I'm seeing Martin Jol.
yeah, Martin, you're coming up again. That would be maybe even better than the stand at this moment. But
It's the same tactic.
yeah, long goals. And at that time, he did have Suarez, so that helped him out. But now we don't have any real good players. But okay, I hope all the viewers, all the fans have a little bit of more patience because, yeah, we are apparently the poison cup is not empty yet, according to Yadrenko, and he was spot on today. So, yeah, I mean, let's hope for the best and take good care, everybody, and let's hope for a good result against RKC. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if not done already. Hit the like button and see you guys soon. Thanks.